a check on how well you can hear me, because I am having some struggles. So can you hear me fine?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay. Right, if anyone's around and you can pop a message into the chat box, would you give me a feel on a scale of 0 to 10? Pardon? All right, very good. Very good. Everyone can hear me? That's great. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Murray. Thank you, Yaku. Ooh, Claire Stevenson, Marlene, Dean S. Fantastic. Dixon, very Gunners on the line. Nicolene B. Fantastic. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I couldn't hear Vinesh that well, but I'm very pleased that you can all hear me. So would you mind also, while we're at it, you know, we really love being interactive. Won't you pop into the chat box which city you are in right now, or which suburb you're in right now if you're in Johannesburg. So give us a feel for the audience who's here. Vinesh is on the West Rand. I'm in the South. I'm in Mondial, South Africa, and it would be just nice and interesting to hear where all of you are from. As you're doing that, thank you for everyone who's sharing. If I do keep having hassles, I might just have to hand over to Vinesh and let him take over. But here we go. Listen, let's get straight into it. T.R. Becker, a multimillionaire trainer, tells us that you can never earn more than your self-worth. You know, I just feel that that if that is true, one of the greatest things we can do is work on the inner game, work on our self-belief, our self-esteem. I'd like to ask each one of you what you earned in the last year. If you wrote that number down, what did you earn in the last year? Essentially, according to T. Harv, that represents your self-worth, your self-belief, your self-esteem. Actually a very cool teaching, because one of the things we can do is to work on our self-esteem, our self-confidence, our sales confidence. We can become more, we can become better and better, and it is something that is attainable. It is something we can work on. So I work on the inner game. I'm the inner game coach. I'm the performance coach. You know, I work on the self-esteem, owning the traits of greats, recognizing how amazing we actually are, building self-confidence, getting over our fear of making phone calls to complete strangers, managing rejection, managing fear, all of the things that great salespeople do. It all starts in the inner game. So, you know, I think all of you will recognize that the chair you're sitting on was first somebody's idea. The house you're sitting in, or the office you're sitting in, it was someone's idea, and then it went on to paper via architects, and then it went to the builders, and then, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9 months later, maybe a year later, it became the building you're sitting in right now. So if everything begins in the mind, if everything begins with self-confidence, then you know, it behooves us to sit and contemplate, to sit and visualize, to sit and affirm, to sit and firstly get very clear on what it is we want. You know, and if I were to ask each one of you today, there are about 15, 16 of us on the line, what do you want sales-wise? What do you want? What do you truly want? What are your targets? Not the ones your boss has given you or the company's given you, but what is it that you would really love to achieve? And, you know, I'm here to tell you, I've got great news. You can have anything you want. So right now I'm going to ask you, won't you double that number? Double the number of what you earned last year. So if you earned $1 million, make it 2 million. If you earned $500,000, make it $1 million. If you earned 5 million, make it 10 million. And I'm here to tell you, you can earn double of what you did last year, even during lockdown. You know, my wife works for Discovery. Discovery is a #1 financial advisor. He has sold more. He has done more production this year than last year during lockdown. And I'm here to tell you that, you know, if it's important enough to us, we'll find a way. If it's high enough on our values, we'll find a way of doing it. So I'm going to move into a quick PowerPoint presentation here, and I'm going to take you through a couple of thoughts And then I'm going to hand over to the amazing Vinesh Maharashtra. Just remember, right now we're working on the inner game side of things. Vinesh is more focused on, making the calls, getting the elevator pitch right, getting the closes right, overcoming objections, asking for the order, and the conversion rates, etc., and being free and just getting out there, taking massive action. Whereas I'm going to focus more on the internal side, the head game, getting our heads right, man. So listen, here's the most important aspect really is the self-esteem. Where are you on this self-esteem level? And I'd like you to just be honest with yourself and be honest with me. I was born into a very strange family. I was born into a family that, I was the third born. My brother and sister, my parents, they bashed me down, and I came out of that with low self-esteem. Now, I've worked on that, okay? But it's also been quite a great blessing because of that, I became an overachiever. Because of that low self-esteem, I was always looking for external confirmation that I was amazing. And so I went out and I wrote books and I traveled the world and I won gold medals in world championships. And, I've really gone out and I've done amazing things because of that. So your blessing is your curse is your blessing. But the reality is that without higher self-esteem, without believing in yourself, we kind of lost. So right now, could I ask you just to push that lever, push it just a little bit to the right. And even on your self-valuation, your self-evaluation, just like put there, fantastic. I'm here to tell you, actually, you are all amazing salespeople already. You own all of the traits of great salespeople. It's my job to help you to see that and then just pull it into your daily work more and more often. This is the meme of memes. Ignore the date. All right, let's go. Why are you so excited about 2021? What do you think it'll bring? I think it'll bring flowers. How come? Because I'm planting flowers. Ladies and gents, mostly gents, what are you planting? What are you seeding? What do you tell yourself every day? We're in a lockdown environment. We get that, but what are you telling yourself? No one's buying. It's everyone's closed. It's hard to sell. All of those things are true. But the really great salespeople are getting out there day after day. You know what? If you come through 6 months of lockdown with a prospect list of 100 or 200 people, having set up meetings for when lockdown is over, or at least confirmation, yes, once lockdown's over, I'll see you. Well, actually, right now, in my opinion, most companies are open and people are seeing salespeople again. More importantly, how many presentations did you do over Zoom or over Skype? Did you just give in or did you keep pushing through? Bob Proctor, a famous professional speaker and motivator, he brings a beautiful, beautiful concept. You don't sow and reap in the same season. This little dude here, he's sowing right now. He's planting the seeds. Then he's going to water them. You can even see he's ready for that. There's the watering can, right? And he's going to nurture it and he's going to water it. But those flowers are going to manifest in 2-3 weeks, 2-3 months, however long they take. So right now, it's a beautiful time to sit and sow. What are you planting? What are you seeding? What are you sowing? What are you telling yourself? And right now, I'm going to suggest to you, let's tell ourselves that in the next 12 months, we are going to bring in double of what we brought in last year for the same period. We are going to double our income, double our sales, and double our commission in the next 12 months because I promise you it is possible. Success is a choice, it's a decision, it's a commitment. Success actually is a habit. At the yin yang of sales, what we like to do is to get our people our delegates into great habits. Firstly, inner game habits, and then secondly, outer game habits. Because when you have the inner game working in conjunction with the outer game, 1 + 1 = 5. 1 + 1 = 5. All right, so what we love to do is work some inner game ideas, get some vision boards, get some affirmations, find out what we want, focus on the really important stuff, dream, like work out what is our dream home, our dream car, our dream family, our dream business, bucket list items, travel destinations, because you know what? We need money. We need money to achieve our dreams. Your dream home probably costs 5 to 10 million rand if you're in South Africa, right? Your dream car is probably 1.5 million, 2 million rand. We need money to achieve our dreams. And sales is a beautiful, beautiful way of earning money. In fact, I would like you all to recognize right now that a big part of the reason we are in sales is to make money. Yes, it is to bless people with our products and get out there and make a difference. But at the end of the day, a large part of it is commission and making money. So we want to get you into money-making habits. We want to get you into sales habits daily that ensure that you just prospecting all the time and popping people into your funnel. In our opinion, one of the most important parts of selling is prospecting, is finding customers. Mark Keating from Sales Guru actually wrote an article the other day. He said the hunter, the true sales hunter, is dead. You know, we sit behind Facebook and Facebook ads and lead generating websites, etc., etc.
Hey, it seems as if we've lost Stephen again. For those of you who are still on the line, please just be patient for a moment and let's give him the chance to come back and share some more of those insights to help you grow yourself and your business. You know, unfortunately, the technology doesn't always comply and doesn't do its thing like you would like it to do. And today happens to be one of those days, most unfortunately. So while Stephen's away, just to keep you engaged, I want to share with you the concept of that whatever you sow, you're going to reap. So focus on sowing because sowing is going to create opportunities. And the more opportunities you can create in your business, whether they are realized over the next week, the next month, or the next quarter, you're going to have to meet sales target regardless. So bear in mind that sowing is the foremost, or prospecting is the foremost sales activity that you can perform. At this point, I'm not certain if we're going to get Stephen back. So perhaps let me take over and welcome you to the position of the outer game where we really want to focus on the following. So number one, congratulations again and welcome. Firstly, I want to tell you that for you to grow sales in this economy, there's a massive opportunity positioned to ourselves right now. And I would want to start off by saying that we've all heard before that people buy from people they like and trust, right? But before they like and trust you, my friend, they have to get to know you, because if I don't know you, I can't flow you. We need to get known, and that means we need to do the marketing, the pre-sales marketing required to become known in this marketplace. Once upon a time, Pick and Pay was a no-name brand. And today, after Raymond Ackerman created a brand, today it is a well-known brand. In retail insurance, Discovery Health was a no-name brand until about 30 years ago when Adrian Gore, voila. Similarly, your brand, whatever company you represent, or even yourself as a salesperson, you have to get known because you're building a brand yourself because you are the brand. And for you to get known for what it is you offer your prospects or clients, how you magically solve their problems, and how you service them in a meaningful relationship, unlike anyone else, makes you a premier brand as opposed to just another brand. Nobody wants just another. People want to deal with the best of the best, to have the best product, best solution, and the best salespeople. So number one is you absolutely must spend time and money in getting known. Getting known means telemarketing. Getting known means email marketing. Getting known means social media marketing. And then whenever you are in that position, you're always delivering your brand value that people connect with. People buy from people they like and they trust. So what you and I have to do as brands is we have to become likable and we have to become trustworthy, that clients will be willing to give us tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, of millions of rands worth of deals so that we can solve their problems. You're not going to give your orders, 100 grand order, to a newbie without having some faith and conviction that they have the competence and they also have the credibility and they would have had some experience to deliver this product or project. So it's really essential that we understand how much energy needs to move into getting known. You know why we all know the Kardashians? No, it's not because they shake their asses, but it's because they spent a fortune in branding themselves. The reason we all know Richard Branson is because he spent a fortune branding himself. So really, first lesson is get out there, get known, get known, get known. And get known for the value that you bring to the marketplace. It's not just about shaking your ass. It's really about, I can do so much for you, my product, my company. And suddenly you edified because you stand out from a bunch of the rest of them. The rest of them, because we all have a product or service that someone or other sells already. Regardless of that being a equal product, a lesser product, or inferior product, or even a greater product. So there's so much competition in the marketplace. And for you to differentiate in the marketplace, I would strongly, strongly encourage you that you have to get known. Stephen, just a quick update while you were gone. I just started my presentation. I'm going to bring you back on towards the end, and you can get going then if you would be so kind. So the second thing I want to tell you is that we believe that sales are failing because salespeople refuse or don't have the preparation and the certainty to actually get on with those calls. So one of the reasons why sales fail is because salespeople are afraid of picking up the phone to call a complete stranger, to book an appointment, to add and offer value. Why do we have this fear, salespeople? And I'll tell you there's a couple of reasons. Number one is that we have low certainty and no preparation. Low certainty and no preparation. Of course you don't want to do that call if you don't know what you're going to say. Of course you're not going to bang on that door when somebody opens up because you're not prepared. So when you have low certainty, you've already lost the sale. So really we have to get prepared. What does prepared mean? A lack of training. There's not enough corporate sales training. And when I say corporate, I mean across businesses. Whether you're a one-man business, you're a corporate. And whether you're a 1,000-man business, you're a corporate because you're a business. So if you're a business and sales is the thing that generates revenue, the only thing, mind you, that generates revenue is sales. But you're untrained on the one thing that produces money. Corporates spend $1 million on training products and processes. Whether it's cars, jets, whether it's machinery and equipment, they spend literally millions of dollars on training product, processes, and systems. But when it comes to taking that product, process, system to the marketplace so that other people will buy it, there's very little to no sales training yet. Production, it precedes all payroll, it precedes all HR, it precedes logistics and distribution. Sales, sales, sales. When sales happen, magic happens, and we create jobs for people in HR and logistics and distribution and finance and marketing. The third reason why we're not willing to go out and do the call is because we have a low skill level. When I say low skill, I mean either untrained, because what happens is you join a company and you typically learn from the best salesperson or the manager. And if you learn from the best salesperson or the manager, you pick up both the good habits and the bad. And then you just replicate that. But the marketplace is evolving. There's so much more out there right now. There's new technologies, there's new thinking, there's new ways of pitching and closing deals. But if we continue with 1980s programming, how will we close more bigger deals in 2020 and 2030? So really, the thing is we need to get on the phone more often and pitch more people so that we can market ourselves to get known, market our products and services, and then create those meaningful relationships so you become the go-to guy or girl as the market expert in that field of your expertise. Now, what's interesting is you'll know the story perhaps, a guy called Steve Jobs, right? He goes down to the board at Apple on the back of the success of the iPod. Now, if you remember the story, Sony was killing it with the Walkman, and then they fell asleep. And Steve Jobs heard about the Chinese and Japanese producing these MP3 players, but they would warm up, explode, burn, and they would play wonky music. So what it did was he decided, here's an opportunity. Let's create a world-class product. Boom, birth the iPod. It takes the world by storm. Everybody's wearing white earphones suddenly, right? So on the success of this, he goes to the board and he says to the board members, I've got the next best thing. And they say, what is it, Stevie? He says, I want to make a smartphone. And they go, oh, Canada, Steve Jobs. Have you been smoking the apples? You should be eating them, bro. He says, no, I want to create a smartphone. And they said, haven't you heard? BlackBerry tanked. Sony Ericsson tanked. Nokia gone. Motorola gone. Siemens gone. These were brands that exist in rubbish dumps in China. We don't want to do this, Stevie. And you know what he said? He said, I want to make a phone so freaking sexy that you want to lick the buttons off the screen. Now, we do lick the buttons off the screen every day. It's called Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. But that's the consumer mindset. The producer mindset, the salesperson who's a producer, is producing content as opposed to consuming content. In addition, think about this. If you want to catch a lion at the Kruger National Park, you could go to get Woolworths and you could get the best, freshest cauliflower they have. You could get the finest cheese sauce and drizzle it over that cauliflower and put it on a hook on a fishing rod, pop it over the fence, and wait for a lion to bite. How long do you think the lion will take before the lion bites? Well, the salesperson who didn't catch a lion will die of hunger, starvation. What does it take to get a lion? Number one, you need a compelling hook. So what's on the hook? The cauliflower doesn't speak to the lion. You need a bloody gemsbok, bleeding for 3 days. That 5 kilometers away, the lion is smelling that blood and saliva is building up in the mouth and gastric juices are building up in the belly because this hungry lion sniffs opportunity and he's now going to pounce on that opportunity. So similarly, what we have to do as salespeople is we need to have incredible hooks. And what is this hook I'm talking about? When you introduce yourself, what do you say? When you pick up the phone and make that cold call, what do you say? When you meet somebody at a braai, at a wedding, at a funeral, they ask you, what do you do for a living? Are you going to say, I are in tax, Vanesh? Or are you going to say, I'm a mechanic and all? No, bro, what you need to say is you need to say something compelling that sets a hook in your prospect, that your prospect goes, OMG. Not just another salesperson. This girl or guy has something. And it's that something that connects with them and creates credibility and trust for them to unlock the door to say, either come and see me, or even though I don't do this, but I know somebody else who needs what you do. We want to set hooks and prospects that long after the meeting, long after the cold call, they're going to remember you because you're the girl or guy who really took them out of their comfort zone. Most people hate salespeople because salespeople bore them. Salespeople drag out meetings, are really dull, and don't have a compelling conversation with prospects that are focused on two things. Number one, the prospect's needs, and number two, the problem itself, the problem that you and your business is going to solve. So if you could refine your words and develop a powerful introduction, when you got on that phone and you said to a prospect, yo, man, this is me, Vinesh Maharaj. We've not met one another. I'm calling to introduce myself. I'm sorry it's only taken 2 years. Hey, but here I am. Did you know that we've just helped Johnny down the road increase sales by 30% over the last 3 weeks? I'd really love to show you how we can take you and your team to the next level. Would you give me 15 minutes on Tuesday or Thursday morning? Which would suit you better? Now compare that conversation to, hello, Vanesh, this is me, Fani. I'm calling here from Discovery Life. I want to sell you a policy. Or the other call, tring, tring. Hello? Hello? Hello, Vanesh. This is me. I'm calling here from Celsi. Today you are going to be a lucky client. We are going to upgrade your product. You're going to get one contract. Hey, man, nobody wants those calls. We want exciting, inspired calls, and salespeople don't want to give you an hour of their time because they are bored of poor salespeople. Sacrifice an hour for something that could have taken 15 minutes and still not have the solution because you don't understand one another. It's so important that you have a compelling pitch, that you have a compelling offer, and that you have a compelling close so that you can take your products and services to more customers, blessing them, and then extracting revenue for you and your company. The third reason why sales are failing is because we don't follow up opportunity enough. Most salespeople follow up once, twice, maybe 3 times, and then they quit an opportunity. They tell their sales manager, I'm waiting for him to call back. I'm waiting for him to give me an answer. I'm waiting for her to respond to the quote. Now, nobody's going to respond if it's not urgent or important to them. What clients have is their own problems, and they're solving those first. And then they're going to solve your problems. So most salespeople never follow up. We've found that most sales happen between follow-up number 5 And follow-up number 12, a whopping 63% of all sales happen in those follow-ups. Now, why would this be? Simply put, it's because human nature, there is no wham, bam, thank you, ma'am on date one in sales. That expectation is untrue. The second reason is that salespeople often close the door on opportunity on themselves because they are not in it to win it. They don't have the big think or the inner game conviction to pursue the prospect for as many times as it takes. Now, here's something interesting. Did you know you probably lost less sales because of following up too much as opposed to not following up? By following up too little, you lose deals. And all you've done is you've set up the second sale for the other salesperson. You go and prime the prospect, you set him up, you walk away and you wait for them to call you back. And guess what happens? The sneaky little second salesperson comes and steals the deal under your nose while you're sleeping. So don't lose sales, man. Take advantage of this wonderful opportunity that we'd love to share with you. We know that of all the great gifts, sales is probably right up there among the very best of them. If you think about any great religion, they're selling the love of God. If you think of any great political party, when I say great, I mean they just got to number one. I don't think they make great political parties, but they got to number one because they tell a good story. They sell a good story. If you're married, hey man, congratulations, you sold that girl or guy and they're with you. You got some kids you're selling all the time. So imagine if you could become a great salesperson and get your way more often. You know, the sale is what you make. The commission is what you want. You make the sale to get the commission, and the commission really, in our business sense, is we want to get more of the money so that we can solve more of the problems. All right, apologies for somebody's noise there. I just muted them very quickly. I'd like to tell you more about our offer, but before that, I want to give Stephen the chance to tell you more about the inner game, because the inner game is really the differentiator. It's that opportunity to step shoulders above every other salesperson in the industry, and it's what's going to make you great. So, Stephen, I hope second time round we'll have better luck, and failing which, I will then continue with our offer for today. Over to you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Good job. Good job. Listen, give us, I see we've got a couple more people. Give us a feel in the chat box. Give us a score of 0 to 9. 9 being good. If Vinesh Maharaj did a good job there, you think he knows what he's talking about, gave you some ideas. Woo, Claire Stevenson, 999. So Claire's been on our Lifestyle Mastery program. Nicolene B, thank you. Dixon, very good, very good. Approved. Listen, wish me luck. I've got some struggles here, and I'm going to hopefully be able to get you all on onto a whole bunch of stuff going down here. Firstly, I'd love to thank all of you today for still being here and still being online. We have had some challenges, so congratulations. Are you seeing my screen there, Vinesh? All right, lovely. So let's start again. We were speaking about success, and we were speaking about what it takes. 18 participants. Thank you, everyone who have joined. Success is a habit. That's kind of where I was. And so, you know, success is not a quick download. It's not, you know, this is not sales. Download the sales mastery program, Morpheus, you know, and you get it in the back of the head, and afterwards you go, oh, I can sell in 7 different languages, man. So it's not that simple. We all know, you know, the mere fact that sales is quite difficult. You know, it's simple, but it's difficult. It's simple because if you do the basics, it has to work. But it's difficult in that, you know, we have to keep going. We have to have persistence. We have to have perseverance. We have to manage the rejection, manage the fear, get out of our comfort zone. So it's not that simple. But, you know, those of us who do it day in, day out, get the right stuff done, you know, we know that it works. So here is, in my opinion, the most important and the most beautiful aspect and the most fantastic sales tool, and that is the human brain. All right, and this is my Oprah Winfrey moment. You don't need to look under your seats, ladies and gents. You've got one, you've got one, you've got one, you've got one, you've got one. Adrian, you've got one. Velo, you've got one. Murray, you've got one. Nicolene, you've got one. Robert Jones, you've got one. We've got it already. The guys, John Keogh from Mind Power and Robin Banks, they have a beautiful saying. The mind or the brain is a marvelous servant, but a terrible master. Our problem is that we were programmed as children, and we need to review that programming. The brain is like a computer. Firstly, rubbish in, rubbish out, but secondly, it has the ability to be upgraded. But a lot of us are still running DOS with 2 O's, Adrian, with 2 O's, my brother. All right, give me a 9 in the chat box if you caught that joke and thought it was quite funny. Fantastic, thank you. So listen, we're all running programming, but the thing is, Einstein said, and I think we can all agree he was a rather clever dude, right? Einstein said, if you keep doing the same things and expect a different outcome, that is a sign of madness. And that's what we do, day in, day out, year in, year out, month in, month out, week in, week out, decade in, decade out, right? We do the same stuff and we expect a different outcome. What we need to do is we need to upgrade our program. Maybe we need some i5s or i7s, processing, and maybe we need some terabytes and not gigabytes anymore. So, but here's the good news: we can all change. It is possible to change that programming, and we need to do that. So, yes, part of this is just. We want to give you some insights into what we do. Thank you for that beautiful mention there, Claire Stevenson. Yeah, the Lifestyle Mastery course was fantastic. That just focuses on life and our life goals. Yeah, we're focusing specifically on dreams and dreaming. So here are 5 of the most powerful inner game beliefs of the best salespeople on earth and business people on earth. And I'm going to ask you just to score yourself, but please don't go 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, because then you should be a billionaire and you wouldn't be here, looking for some help. What I'm going to ask you is, do you believe you are part of the greatest company on earth? Because if you don't, you can't sell that company. If you hate the company you work for, if you hate your boss, if you're moaning about everything, if you know better about everything, if you would do it totally different and you go to work going, I work for a bunch of AHs, you can never, ever sell that company. So do you believe? Nice, Murray, thank you. How much do you believe this? And do you recognize if you could get that to a 10, and it's my job to get that to a 10, I work for the greatest company on earth. Here's the next one. I believe my products and services are world class, the greatest in the world. All right, the greatest in the world. How much do you believe that? Because you know what, if you don't believe in your product, you can't sell it. If your granny needed your product and she was going to use the last money out of the pension, the last money that her late father, your grandfather, left her, would you with a clear conscience say, yes, this is a good product, it's a fantastic product? Or would you say, you know what, Granny, you should go around the corner to our competitors because they actually sell the exact same thing for half the price and you'll get it twice as quickly? Okay? Do you truly believe your products are world class? Because if you don't, would you buy your own product for yourself? And have you? Or have you? Because if you don't believe in your product, you can't have the enthusiasm to sell it. This one is the most important one in my belief, and that leads to self-esteem and self-worth, okay, and self-belief, self-confidence. I believe in myself. I am enough. I am marvelous. I'm a fantastic salesperson. I can sell this product. I can sell this company. I can build the credibility. All right, and then here we go. A unique selling proposition. Ladies and gents, we spend hours and hours on this. Everyone has a value proposition, and that includes your competitors. But your business has a unique selling proposition, or should do. Your product has a unique selling proposition, or should have. And you personally, as a human being, a lot of people are in multi-level marketing, for example. Why should anyone sign up under you and not someone else? Or very often there are 2 or 3 reps in your company. Why should they buy from you and not another rep? Your exact same product from your exact same company. What makes you different? Okay, and the question here is, I am able to differentiate my product in such a way that makes sense to my prospect. I'm able to. So listen, you can put 9s and 10s here. We have trained hundreds of salespeople and business owners, and most of them don't know this. Most of them do not have a clear, unique selling proposition, what it is that sets you apart from the competition, so that you could do something like this, for example. Somebody goes, oh, no, I'm going to go to Pam Golding and not use you. And you go, well, listen, millions of people have done that. I can't blame you. That's a pretty cool idea right there. No problem. However, earlier on, you said this and this and this and this was important. Pam Golding don't do that, but we do. That's what makes us unique. You can go to Pam Golding, but they don't do what you want. They don't do it, but we do. You see, this is why this becomes so powerful. And then the last one, you must believe your customer is better off having purchased from you. In other words, we bless people with our product. I bless people with my product. I save people from the competitors because they are a horrible bunch of people who are ripping customers off. So, we can turn those into affirmations. It's $1 million idea. And I'll give it to you right now. Every day when you walk into work, or you get out of bed, or you're sitting on the toilet, or you're in the shower, you just hoist some affirmations every day for a year. I work for the greatest company on earth. My products are world class. I am amazing. I am enough. And I'm an amazing salesperson. I can differentiate my products, and my customers are better off having bought from me. I bless customers with my product. Because, ladies and gents, give me a shout there. Give me in the chat box. Give me a 5. If you believe that you bless customers with your product, give us a 5. All right, thank you. I bless. All right, because here's one of the greatest objection handling tools ever. Oh, here it is. It's an inner game thought. If you truly believe you bless customers with your product, you won't leave until you've blessed them. You will sit there handling objection after objection after objection after objection and asking for the order over and over and over and over again until you have blessed them. John DeMartini brings in a 6th idea here. And he says that the greatest salespeople and business people on earth believe it's their spiritual calling, that their job, their vocation is their calling. When it's your calling, you don't leave anyone. Nobody gets left behind. We leave no one behind. Do you have that inner conviction like Vanessa and I, that we bless people with the gift of sales, that we enhance lives by creating wealth? That we get out there and we love helping salespeople to sell more, become more wealthy, pay more tax, get the infrastructure going, kickstart economies, eradicate poverty. Man, sales is a noble profession. Without sales, nothing happens. The economy stops totally. Right, here we go. There we go. That's it. All right. They believe they have a calling. All right. Very good. So listen, I'm going to go through a couple of quick things just around the mind. What's possible? This guy should be dead, right? He is meditating in the snow, half naked. This guy, Wim Hof, he ran half a marathon, halfway up Everest, half naked. All right. 3/4 naked. He doesn't even have shoes on. All right. Check out these guys. They went out in a blizzard. You know how long it takes for you to start getting freezing cold? 10 minutes. Dead? 20 minutes? 25 minutes in ice like that? This guy's lasted there for 1 hour and 50 minutes. Look at his face. Look at that focus. Imagine we had sales focus like that. Imagine we used mind over matter like that. Okay, to use our beautiful brains, to tell our beautiful brains exactly what we want, and then go out and get it. All right, check here. Vanesh Maharaj, Stephen van Basten. That was 2.5 minutes in 2 degrees, and it was the worst 2 minutes of my life, 2.5 minutes of my life. I can't wait to do it again. I've done 4 ice baths, and it gets you focused when you are in that ice. You know why we do it? Firstly, for health reasons, but secondly, to prove mind over matter. You're overriding your flight or fight. You're overriding and using the mind to override the physical. And that's what we want to do for next level sales mastery, man. Give us a 9 in the chat box if you would like to grab onto some ideas that will take you into the next way. Start to use your brain rather than your brain telling you what needs to be done. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Dean S. Thank you, the yin yang of sales. Thank you, Yaku. Thank you, Dixon. Oh, Dixon. there's a battery brand, Dixon Batteries. You must be so power, man. You must be like a readily charged battery going on and on. But I'm not going to take you through too much more. Have you walked on fire? How long can you hold your breath? Okay, these guys do that. Planking, 4 hours, man. Moms, any moms on the line, you will pick up a car if your kid's underneath it. Right, so, the inner game changes the outer reality. There are two questions we really need to ask ourselves. How do we change our inner belief, our self-belief, our self-confidence? Because as that changes, your world starts to change. And then how do we change our frequency? Because you're a frequency, ladies and gents. Claire Stevenson, you're a frequency. Dixon, you are vibrating to the frequency of Dixon. Yaku, you are vibrating to the frequency of Yaku. Okay, and you're now. How do we tweak that frequency? Because listen, you're a computer. All right, you're a computer, and you are basically the sum total of all of your experiences, everything you've seen, heard, experienced, been taught, been programmed with, and that's created a frequency. We just need to change that frequency gently, and we create different outcomes. You're the average of the 10 people you spend the most time with. Now, when I saw Vinesh Maharaj the first time, I went, I want me some of that. Okay, and ladies and gents, I'm a little bit psychic. I've looked into the Akashic records. I've looked into your future based on some of your friends. This is what you're turning into. All right, man, give us a 5 if you thought that was funny. You're the books you read, you're the series you binge watch. You have a beautiful brain, and you can program it. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go right through a little bit here, right to the end, and just tell you that we do a 2-day business and sales boot camp when we're allowed to gather, and when we're not, we do it via webinar. 26 1-hour modules for 26 working days in a row. And this is where we go through the theory. This is where we go through through teaching everything we know, from the inner game to the outer game. Then we have, this is the important one, we have 1 year of sales support every Monday from 10 to 12:30. We go through a process, the habit of successful salespeople. We start with the inner game, then we go into prospecting, then we go into phoning those prospects to make a meeting, then we go into following up, then we go on social media, then we ask for referrals, and we just force you through the 2.5 hours that are worth 7.5 normal hours every Monday for a year. So 2-day boot camp, either live or via webinar, then a year's worth of support. Because we all know, listen, we've all gone on courses. 3 weeks later, we've forgotten. We're going, the yin-yang of what? Vinesh, who was that short, fat, bald oak that's follically challenged? We forget. But what we do is we support for a whole year afterwards. We also have this ultimate lifestyle, a different course, kick average in the teeth. And we encourage everyone to get onto all of those. But to tell you more about that, I'm going to hand you over to Vinesh Maharaj. And just with a thought, if I were able to change one thing, I'd get good coaching sooner. So what if I told you that you could do a whole bunch of stuff, that you control your destiny? Would you take the red pill or the blue pill? You muted, Vinesh.
Hey, good folks. Welcome back. So great job there, Stephen. Thank you very much. I know you're a little challenged today. Technology is not always supporting like we would love it to be. So to you folks who've been here on this program with us for the last hour or so, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you think we know what we're talking about? If you believe we know what we're talking about, give me a 9 in the chat box so I can see what you think. If you think we know what we're talking about, give me a 9. How many 9s do we have out there? Thank you very much, Claire. Thank you, Marlene. I missed a couple of in between. Nicolene, thank you. Thank you. Murray, thank you, Jaco. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Now, here's the $1 million question. Will you pull the trigger? When opportunity comes knocking, will you take action? I want to share the slide with you, a company we did some work with. And if you look here in the black on the left-hand side, 31 and 41% is what this company did during the period of August, September in 2018. Then the gray intervention is our 2-day sales boot camp, which you're going to undergo with us too. And you'll notice that after the boot camp, the red reflects an increase and growth. Now, the red didn't happen only because of the boot camp. The red happened because Stephen and I supported the management and the sales team with our Rags to Riches Success program. You can't go to the gym once and get a 6-pack. You can't save 10 grand and become a millionaire. You can't. You just absolutely can't. You need that repeated action. You need that muscle memory of greatness. So as you can see that here, we took this company from 31% to 101% over a 9-month period, roughly. Again, a different division of that same business, 69 to 76%, all the way to 104, 90, 97, and 101%. Now, by the way, it's not because we're great. It's because the process is great. The methodology works. If you do the work, you must get the sales. You know, by the way, to celebrate, there's a gentleman on our program at the moment. This was his touchback and feedback yesterday. He was checking in with us, and on our group, he commented, guys, thank you, you're amazing. Without you, I could not have closed my 5 million rand offshore deal, nor was I able, without your help, was I able to close another 300,000 invested in a different business. So he's a salesperson who did a 5.3 million sale after 3 weeks of the ongoing webinar-based bootcamp. As you can see, this company went to kill it in 111, 112, 103, 106%. There's so much of potential in the marketplace. But if this is all wrong, if you're all in the gutter, and if you don't believe in potential, and you don't believe that the world's abundant, and you don't believe that you can do it, those are all the more reasons why you want to do this with us. So we can rewire and refire your brain for success with that inner game programming. In addition, our 2-day boot camp, where Stephen and I focus exclusively on building up your self-worth, self-esteem, sales conviction, so that you can go from rejection to rejection with a smile on your face, knowing you're going to crush target. When did rejection ever feel so good? Only after the Yin Yang Sales Boot Camp. Because rejection is just another way of saying, hey man, next opportunity is going to be a millionaire, so just take the next opportunity. You know, when you're walking up a mountain, you don't curse every footstep. There's steps and blessings taking you to the ultimate peak from where you achieve greatness. Now, folks, this 2-day boot camp is going to work as follows. Stephen's going to focus on the inner game, and that includes building self-esteem, self-worth, owning the traits of greats, doing some NLP and mind power, and Dr. John DeMartini's exercises to help you be the best closer you can be. I'm going to help you work with your unique selling proposition, your elevator pitch, your phone pitch. Get a series of appointments, and then how do you do a needs analysis with power questions, close, handle objections, referral prospect, and get the commission that you and your family needs. Are you willing to give 2 days of your life to be the greatest that you could ever be? Now, here's some good news. When you come on board this 2-day program, we're going to give you a webinar boot camp in addition. It may be live depending on whether we can hold the sales bootcamp on the date that I'm going to provide you with. The only thing that will change the date is coronavirus and the government with a lockdown. This 2 days is worth $1 million 10 times over. We've taken clients from zero to hero, small businesses from failure to success, medium businesses from good to great, and large businesses from relentless and unstoppable to astronomical performance. But like anything else, the best diet program does not work until you follow it. The best exercise regime doesn't work until you follow it. So come and do the 2 days with us if you're committed to the best years of your life and the best sales you've ever achieved. Now, that includes our Rags to Riches program, by the way, which is 50 weeks of 2.5 hours live supported training by Stephen and I, because we know you can't get the six-pack overnight. We know you can't lose 20 kilos overnight. We know you can't go from 100 grand com to 500 grand com overnight. But if you follow the process and you come to these support programs, which are productive, mind you, productive in helping you generate revenue. We're not focused on how do you feel today coaching. No, we want to know what's the blocks, where are you getting stuck? Let's unleash that opportunity. And then what we do is we're going to give you our lifestyle mastery program. Claire Stevenson, who's on the line, is on it. She loves it, and so does everybody else. And this lifestyle mastery program is complimentary. It's from us with love, because we know if we can help you build your self-esteem, sales confidence, build your dreams in other areas of your life, your health, your wealth, your relationship, your spirituality, your community, man, you will thrive. You will succeed and you will break through. Who'd like to know the price? Because I know most of you want to know. Who feel that's that foundation? How much are it costing? Come on. There's the price, man. There's the price. It's 20 grand, but we're not going to charge you that. So get that number out of your head. We've priced all of this at 20,000 Rand. But what we're doing today is we want to give it to you at a discount, at a fat discount. Listen, if you're keen and you believe this program is for you and you're keen to get on board with us, can you give me a 9 in the chat box so I can get a feel that you're keen to invest in yourself? It's not a commitment. I'd love to know if you're keen to do this with us. Thank you very much, Dean. Appreciate that. I see 1-9. Robert, thank you very much, Robert. That's great. Who else is keen to invest in their business and themselves, to grow from good to great, to freaking relentless, and live an epic life? Well, here's the good news. Are you ready for it, gladiators? Don't pay 20 grand. Today, just 12,000 Rand per person. But I've got even better news. You know why? Because my name's Uncle Vinny. I'm the Godfather. I want to give you a gift today. And that gift is don't pay 12,000 Rand for all of those programs. Just swipe your card. Stephen will send a link in the chat group. Swipe your card. It's an EFT link. You take out your card, you put in your numbers, and voila, the transaction is done. Or if you want an EFT today, within 24 hours, for today only, you can have this, all 4 of these programs for just 10,000 Rand. If you're in, give me a 10 if you're in, James. Give me a 10 if you're in, Dean. Give me a 10 if you're worth spending 10 grand to take your business from good to great to freaking unstoppable. Murray, Dixon, Robert, Claire, bang, 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 pay 10K and find your way to sales heaven, man. The sales gods are waiting for you. So pay 10 grand and get on board. Now, why would you not pay 10 grand on yourself? Because let me tell you, 10 grand over a month's 1,000 Rand a month. You probably spend more on coffee. Some people spend more on Netflix and movies and all types of expenses that don't generate revenue. This one activity, this one investment will double, triple, quadruple your results if you make that self-investment today. I'd like to encourage you, for those of you who can't afford the 10 grand as a once-off payment, we do also have a payment plan. We do also have a payment plan, and I'll tell you more about that. I'd love to get our first tenner in today at 10,000 Rand to swipe the card. Swipe the card and make your dreams come true. You know, we spend so much on things that produce nothing in our business. We spend more on the printer. We spend more on coffee. We spend more on toilet paper. And this 10 grand yet is going to increase your revenue. Who's going to pull the trigger, man? 10 grand once off credit card payment. You could pay via the link that Stephen sent you. You could also pay via the EFT option. Claire, can we pull the trigger and get you in at number 1? Because if you swipe your card today and make that payment today, I'm going to do something we've never done before. I'm going to give each and every one of you who swipe your cards today at 10 grand, I'm going to give you an hour's free coaching with Stephen Van Basten and an hour's free coaching with Vinesh Maharaj. That's 2 hours that we sell at 1.5 grand an hour. We're giving it away to you at 10 grand. So pull the trigger, man. Make the investment. There's no time. Oh, Claire's there like a bear. I love it, Claire. Welcome. Claire, can you, do you want to do the link, or do you want to do the EFT? We don't mind, whichever one you prefer. We just have to take care of it today, tomorrow, within 24 hours of this offer. So we can book with you an hour from Stephen and an hour from me. Let's make this happen. Who's next? Who'd like to get some more? Who'd like to get some more tenors out there? Remember I said earlier that if you believe we can help you, now's the time. I want to tell you quickly about our payment plan option. Our payment plan option goes as follows. 1,000 Rand a month, 12 months, 12,000 Rand, you're in. Now you've got nothing to lose, man. If money was a problem, that objection just went away. So who'd like to do 12 grand? Who would like to do 12 grand and like to get on board 1,000 Rand a month? 1,000 Rand a month. 1,000 Rand a month. to grow your business. Now, let me tell you what this 1,000 Rand really is in time from a effort, energy, and time sacrifice from Stephen and I. You're going to get something close to 180 hours over the next year. We're going to take you, we're going to build your business, we're going to build your unique selling proposition, your why, your vision, your mission. We're going to build your elevator pitch. We're going to build your sales confidence, your sales self-esteem. When you come out of this program, maybe you're going to be like the guy on the program who pushes a 5 million Rand deal in one day. If you don't believe in yourself right now, that's all the more reason why you must pull the trigger. If you don't believe in yourself right now, that's all the more reason why you must make this decision. Because fear and doubt, that mammalian brain, that animal brain that's trying to keep you safe from growth, is actually not your friend right now. Because there are no dinosaurs coming for you. There are no tsotsis coming for you. You don't need the animal brain, the mammalian brain. What you need now is you need your growth brain. Your growth brain says, is this good for me? Is this good for my business? And if the answers are yes, make the decision and find the money. 1,000 Rand a month has never broken anybody's bank, man. And if you can't do 1,000 Rand a month, that's all the more reason why you need this program. If you want more commissions, if you want more success, if you want better travel, as Stephen says, if you want better steak and better red wine, you absolutely have to pull the trigger. So who's going? Robert Jones, Murray, Dixon. Come on, man. Pull the trigger. Let's go. I'm waiting for you. Robert Jones. Is that a yes, Robert? You in? Is that a commitment? Robert, is that a commitment for 1,000 Rand a month over 12 months? I'm not sure what your yes, yes, yes meant, sir.
He's saying share EFT details, Finish.
Ah, very good. Oh, great stuff. Congratulations, Robert. Well done. I didn't see your comments. Well done, man. Congratulations and welcome. You know, Stephen and I are so committed. We're so passionate. We're so on fire about how do we help more people. Yes, we'll make some money along the way, but how many steaks can you eat after all? Even if you eat a steak a day, you know, that's the end of it. So we're really about how do we make such a dent in the universe by helping so many people live true to their potential, achieve targets, shatter target, earn a ton of commission, live financially free because you can write your own check in sales. There is no greater gift. You know, if there were any two life skills that you want to give your kids, number one, teach them to speak in public. And number two, teach them how to market and sell, because that's going to unfold the whole world of opportunities. Robert Jones, congratulations and welcome aboard. Dixon, what's holding you back, my brother? And Murray, what are the problem, bro? Tell Uncle Vinny, what is the problem so we can fix it for you, my boy? Murray, what's holding you back, brother? Tell me. Velo Ramba. Ramba. Come on, Mr. Velo. Mungezi Mshlanga. Is it Mshlanga? I'm not sure, but come on, man. Well, you stuck it out. You hear all this time. Let's make it count. How do we help you? Well, in closing, the good news for those of you who need any further sort of assistance, please reach out to Stephen or I. We're more than happy to help you to get on board the program. We know that this is a giveaway. You know, people spend 1,000 Rand at the gym and they only go once or twice a month. You'll spend 1,000 Rand a month, and you will, for the next year, reap and earn the rewards of your sacrifice, and you will sow and harvest the best bounty of your life. All you have to do is show up, play full out, and create the results that you want. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up. And Stephen, if there are any parting shots from you, I want to thank everybody for this opportunity to be your coaches. Thank you very much for allowing us and spending the time with us. I did promise you a gift. For you to get your gift, please ensure that you are signed up for this webinar. If not, put your email address in the comments, in the chat box right now, and we will send you copies of Stephen's best-selling relationship mastery book and my book, Kick Average in the Teeth. And these are our gifts to you. They sell for in excess of 250 Rand per hard copy. We're going to give you our PDF versions complimentary today for your investment in yourself. And we want to say thank you, be great, and God bless. Over to you, Stephen.
Yeah, man. So thank you, Vanish. Firstly, everyone, congratulations on being here. I just like to ask all of you, as we were going through this, you said it looked like we knew what we were doing. You said it was important to you. You said you do whatever it takes. You said success was important. And, and then when we start making offers, we go from 16 people to 10 people because, people don't like being hard sold. But, I want to ask you, if you're serious about business, if you're serious about blessing people with your product, Vinesh and I know that you spend 165 hours or 185 hours with us over the next year, your life will be enhanced. We're not here to change your life. You're perfect right now. All we really want to do is give you some life skills, some life hacks, some sales hacks, some inner game hacks that'll speed up the process. So, we're all millionaires. Some of us make $1 million in 5 years, some in 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, half a year, once a month. What we want to do is just speed up the cycle, make the $1 million come quicker and quicker. Vinesh and I guarantee you this will work. And here's our money back guarantee. If you do the work and you over the next 1 year with us and you look me in the eye, you get present with me, Stephen Funbus, and you say, you guys are crap, I've learned absolutely nothing, we'll give you your money back. It's impossible. We've never paid anyone their money back. In fact, most people say to us, well, I owe you. We say, well, that's it. That's easy. Just give us 1% of all the com you make because of us. Don't owe us. That's a terrible thing. Don't feel like that. But most people, after a month or two, go, yeah, this is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. So listen, if I said to you, give me 10 grand today, in a year's time, I will give you 100,000 rand. You do it, right? If there were envelopes, you gave that to an attorney, somebody you trusted, and in a year that 10,000 became 100,000. That's what we're offering you today. Again, we will multiply that 10,000 fold more than the talents were multiplied in the Bible, man. But who believes in signs? If you're still on, there 10, so there are 7 people still on the line. If you believe in signs, just put a 9 in the chat box, because ladies and gents, hey, how's it, Laurice? Ladies and gents, thank you, Vinesh. This is a sign. This is a sign. This is your sign. I'm your sign. I'm your sign. So here's a thought. Very seldomly does an amazing opportunity just pop up. Very seldomly does do it. Very few people wake up in the morning and go, I want an amazing opportunity today. Very often it comes out of the blue like this. You've been offered an amazing opportunity today, and we would love to help you to enhance your life through sales, through making money, through attaining all of your goals. This is Stephen van Basten signing off. Shout if we can help you, and we would love to be the ones to help you to do that.
Live your own life, I set me free. Mind your business and live my business. You know everything, Baba.